Hi everyone, and welcome to a short tutorial on how to use the Random Static Mesh component plugin. So it's relatively easy to set up and use. Let me show you by selecting this cup and click Randomize here. You already see we are randomizing a cup from a selected predefined group down here. Basically, behind the scenes, this is just a new type of mesh component that the plugin introduces, which is called Random Static Mesh component. It's built on top of the old static mesh component, so it has all the features already inside, like material, physics, collision. You can select a different mesh from here. But it adds a layer of randomization. You can see under this category, Random Static Mesh component. So we can randomize, and we can select groups from which we are about to randomize, and other things. So to add a new component to this, we can just go here and do add random static mesh. Place it somewhere on the table. Select the groups you want to randomize under this category, additional subbundles to randomize. Just hit the plus button here. We select cups and we select newspapers. When we hit randomize, you see it's randomizing as expected. Now we have some newspapers from time to time. And you see it's also snapping automatically to the surface of the table. To define new groups, we click here on this yellow question mark to open the manager. In the manager, we have two categories, sub bundles and master bundles. You can think of this as groups and master groups. We can use master groups to define a group of subgroups for a more abstract group. And here we define the groups themselves. So we already have cups, newspapers, and plates. We can remove, if we don't like a cup, for instance this, we can remove it, no problem. We can add by clicking those three dots from the project or from the selected folder using this. And we can add a new group. So for instance, we want to have forks. So we can add forks. Click here, type fork. This will already filter all the static meshes in the project. And now we can see under forks, we have those three forks in the group defined. So we can save now. And let's create another one here. And we'll add the forks group. And let's delete the other groups. So each time we randomize, we'll get something only from the forks group. So you see we're now randomizing forks from that group. For instance, this one. Nice. Let's say I want to define a master group that contains forks, spoons, and knives. Okay, so I'm going to go to the master bundles. We'll add a new master group. We'll call it utensils. Go back to our sub bundles, and we'll add two more groups, knives and spoons. We'll go to the knives group, search for all the knives in the project, and we'll go to the spoons and select spoons. Okay, here they are. Now we can go to our master bundles, to utensils, and select spoons, knives, and forks. Save, close. And now here I can delete the forks actually and add to the master groups to randomize the utensils. So now if we randomize, we're going to get only utensils. Some of them I don't like, so I can go to these guys and remove them. Make sure I'm getting all the ones I like. Randomize again. I'm getting only utensils I approve. Another thing nice about this plugin is that we can click here on randomize on transform change. And now, whenever we move, we are randomizing. So this will allow us to move or rotate, obviously, whenever we change the transform. So we can now add quickly utensils like this. I can also add along the master groups, I can also add more master groups, of course, things on table, for instance. And I can add the subgroups really easily. So I can say I want cups and utensils, right? And now I can just randomize until I get a cup. Let's wait for another cup. Make another one here. And we are randomizing. We can now delete the utensils here, go to plates, randomize until we get plate we like. Another one here. And you can see it's really easy and quick to detail the table with this plugin. Another nice feature is we can call on the owner to search for all the other randomizable components. So we can say, if we choose this cup, for instance, we can say randomize all meshes in owner. This would look at the table, which is the owner for the other meshes, and randomize all the meshes under it that we needed. So we can create variations or test new setups really easily if we need to. Another really good feature is the ability to do randomize on begin play. This will make sure that, let's choose this plate for instance, that whenever we begin play, we will randomize this object. See, we got a new plate every time. This will give us, for procedural games, a really nice option to always have a new mesh, or to make sure the environment is always changing in a new run or in a new game if we wanted to. And the last thing I want to show you is once we set up all the things here, we have a nice groups and master bundles, and now it's really easy to populate the project, and we don't need to look for items in the folders all the time. We can just go to one of our groups and select a random one. But now we have a new project and we want to move all this data to a new project. It's really easy. We just click this migrate button, and this will give us this will collect all the other dependencies, which are the meshes and the materials and everything. So if we don't have them in the target project, we'll also will collect them and migrate them. But most importantly, it will migrate this, which is the data that we created. So whenever we start a new project, we can just pass in the data we already built here to a new project really easily. That's the gist of it. I hope you will find it useful, and good luck.